Hey y'all, it's me Brienne, and I'm back with another voiceover tutorial, because I'm just here to give the people what they want, and the people, they want voiceovers. So if you want to see how I did these Spongebob nails, then keep on watching. So let's get started. Just like in my last video, I'm going to be doing reverse stamping, so I need to do those stamps first so they have time to dry. I'm going to be using this brown stamping polish from BWIDIX and this plate from MANIOLOGY, because I thought this cute little pineapple would be perfect for SpongeBob's house. So now I'm just going to lay down the polish, scrape, and pick it up on my XL monocle stamper, my favorite stamper ever from MANIOLOGY. I want the little face area to turn into the door, so we need to remove the eyes and the mouth with a dotting tool. I know in my last video I showed a pointed dotting tool to fill in stamps, but I wanted to try out this brush to see how I liked it. I'm going to be using this lime green polish from MANIOLOGY called Lime Pine to start filling in the leaves at the top of the pineapple. I wanted the leaves to be two different shades of green, so I'm only going to be filling in 2 leaves with this lime green. And now I'm going to fill in the other leaves with this dark green polish from MANIOLOGY called Lily Pad. Now I'm going to fill in what will be the door of the pineapple house with this polish from MANIOLOGY called Boy's Tears. The final polish we'll be using to fill in this pineapple is this orange polish from MANIOLOGY called Pumpkinhead. What would SpongeBob nails be without SpongeBob himself? And your girl ain't freehanding that. Luckily, I have a stamping plate addiction, so I have this Spongebob plate from MUNDO de Uñas. Please don't roast me for my pronunciation of that brand just now. Okay, I'm white. I tried. So we're just gonna forget about that and pick up the stamp like normal. You know, put down the polish, scrape, pick up. It's really the same thing over and over again every time. I wanted the black outline for his face, but the little dots are always a different color in the cartoon, so I'm taking those off and I'm going to restamp those later in a different color. Now it's time to start filling in his eyes and teeth. He has blue eyes, so I picked this blue polish from MANIOLOGY called Jazzercise that came in a recent Mani and Me box. Also, quick little update. I'm really liking this brush to fill in stamps. I think it'll be my new go-to tool from now on. I guess I really just wanted to keep with the theme of using all stamping polishes for this manicure, so I'm using TWINKLED Glow Up for his teeth and his eyes. And here's the stamp all filled in. Now it's just time to let it dry. I'm going to be using this peel off base coat again like I did in my last video. After my last video, I had a couple of requests to see how I peel these off, so stay to the end if you want to see that. While I let that base coat dry, I also want to add some latex barrier around my nail because we're about to get real messy up in here. And I ain't trying to spend an hour cleaning up my nails. Ain't nobody got time for that. Now I'm just going to let all this dry and I'll be right back to start painting the base colors. Now it's been about 2 seconds for you and about 5 minutes for me. It doesn't take too long for liquid latex to dry. We're going to start off by painting 3 of our nails with this polish from MANIOLOGY called Transland. It's going to be the base for our fan brush gradient later. I'm going to skip my middle nail because that's the nail I want to put SpongeBob's face on, so that needs to be yellow. For SpongeBob's face, I picked this polish from MANIOLOGY called Nico. I know, I'm using all MANIOLOGY polishes again like I did in my last video, but they were just perfect, I can't help it. So I'm going to be doing this first coat and then I'm going to do a second coat because even though this is stamping polish, they're supposed to be opaque in one coat, but this one for some reason isn't and was really streaky, but it was totally fine after 2 coats. For the other nails, I only did 1 coat of that blue polish because we're going to be doing the fan brush gradient on top, so it didn't need 2 coats. I'm going to be doing a 3-color fan brush gradient on my 3 nails for a water type background. So I'm going to use this polish that we used as the base, plus Jazzercise that we used for SpongeBob's eyes earlier, and this dark blue called Indicon also for MANIOLOGY. So this is my preferred method for doing a fan brush gradient. I like to paint the polishes on my nails in little stripes and then go over with the fan brush. I've seen people do it a different way where they like to load up the fan brush with the polish and then paint their nail with it. But I find that I underestimate the size of my nail or overestimate, and then the polishes don't line up how I would want them to. Now I'm just going to repeat these steps again for the other 3 nails that I want the water background on, which is my index, ring, and pinky nails. And now that that's done, you can see that I have the fan brush gradient on 3 nails and then a yellow base for SpongeBob's face on my middle nail. I know that this top coat is supposed to only be used over nail stamps, but I don't want to smear my gradient, which can happen with regular quick dry top coat sometimes. So I like to top it with the smudge free first to make sure that I don't mess up any of my brush strokes from the fan brush gradient. I'm going to use just regular quick dry top coat over the yellow nail because I like to top coat my nails before I put any stamps on them at all, so that way I know that the base will be really dry. Now for my most dreaded part of this whole video, freehand nail art. Luckily, this new brush I got from WINSTONIA off of Amazon made it really easy. I'm going to be using this lime green polish and a purple polish to draw those little flowers that you see, you know, and sometimes in the background of the episodes of SpongeBob, they always have these little sketchy flowers in the back in all different colors. And I just picked lime green and purple because I thought they would look good with the blue base. And I'm going to be putting these flowers on my index nail and my pinky nail because the pineapple house is going to be on my ring finger. This is taking me an excruciatingly long amount of time, especially since I had to be so far away from my nail to be able to film it for this video, which is why you will not be seeing me paint it on my pinky nail. Here's my pinky nail, all done. I had to keep this nail like 2 inches from my face, and I can't show that on camera. Now that I'm finally done with the gradient and that terrible time of freehanding those flowers, I can just remove the latex and clean them up. Now I'm almost ready to start putting those stamps I filled in on my nails. In case you missed this tip in my last video, this is what I use to get the stamps to stick to my nails. It dries a little bit tacky, so after a few minutes your nails will be perfect to have any dry stamps stick to them. Now I've waited a couple minutes to let that dry, and now it's time to put on our reverse stamps. I need to add a little wheel for the door of the pineapple, so I'm using this polish again and this plate from Beauty Big Bangs and just taking this little ship's wheel and adding it to the door as the handle. So I just lay down some polish, scrape, and pick up, just like always, and put it right in the middle of that circle door. With that, that nail is done. Now to move on to the Spongebob nail. For some reason, this stamp did not want to stick on the edges of my nails. I feel like maybe I didn't apply the yellow stopper all the way to my sidewalls like I needed to, So it just did not want to stick at all, and it took me a million tries to get even just little bits of it to stick to the sides of my nails, which was beyond annoying. Like, come on, you had one job! Anyways, like I said earlier, when we removed those dots from SpongeBob's face on that original stamp, I said I was going to go back and stamp those again in a different color, and we're going to do that now. I'm going to use this polish called Tumeric Sun because it's the perfect, like, gross green color that I feel like his little holes in his sponge face are. Since I don't want this new stamp to cover up his original face outline, I need to remove all of that from the pickup. Now I'm just going to place the dots where I want them around his face. And since some of them didn't pick up fully, like there's little holes in them, I'm going to go back with the polish and a dotting tool and try to fill those in to make them fully opaque. And with that, the nail art part is done. Finally. It took forever. Now I'm just going to start top coating all of my nails with the smudge-free top coat. Even the free-handed ones, because I don't want that to smear either. You're probably going to get sick and tired of hearing this in every single one of my nail art tutorials, but it's time to oil your nails. Do it right now while you're watching this video. Go grab your pen, go grab your bottle, and oil your nails. It's very important. If you want your nails to grow long and strong, you need to oil them. It's that simple. Cuticle oil is your friend, my friend. At this point, I'm going to add a matte top coat because it looks good in my pictures. But you would want to just use a quick dry glossy top coat to really seal in that nail art and make it last a long time. And that's it. The nail art's done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you want to see me peel these off, then keep watching. But if you're not into that sort of thing, I don't blame you. But before you leave, I just want to say, I hope you'll subscribe before you leave and give me a comment down below of any future ideas you have. And thank you so much for watching. Bye! So for all you freaks out there still watching this video because you want to see how I take it all off, I thought I'd give you a little ASMR action. I figured if you're into freaky stuff like peeling off nail polish, you're probably into ASMR too. Personally, it does nothing for me, but I understand that some people love it. So this is for you. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.